Life is a beautiful journey. This is my favorite quote, and this is my motto. Some says, how could you define life as a beautiful journey that despite the fact you have the hardship of life? But then I said to them, you cannot define life which is beautiful if you are not suffering. So we look beyond this word suffering. Because if you look beyond this suffering, you can define and you can see the beauty. As we can say that there is sunshine after the clouds, diba? And even in the first reading, Stephen, wala siya kalusot. Ano man, Stephen is a holy man. He has the power to speak out the truth. But then there are people who gave false witnesses against him. And in contemporary philosophy, there is Viktor Frankl, a logotherapy, school of thought of psychotherapy. This man has a book, Man's Search for Meaning. And he has his own hardship inside the consecration camp. But then, we find the meaning of his struggle. Even Saint Athanasius. Even Saint Athanasius. Isa may against niya. There are some people who are powerful people or powerful na nasa rango in the empire, and even some of the bishops in the church against him. He stands for the truth to speak out against the widespread heresy, the heresy of Arianism, denying the divinity of Christ. And even you, each one of you, have your own story of struggle in life. And I'm sure, today is the 7th day we offer to Sister Lizelle. She has her own struggle. But she became victorious because she looked beyond this struggle. Our gospel today states that the people came to Jesus asking for more of the bread. Bread that we eat when He multiplied the loaves. In response, Jesus challenged them. He challenged them to work not for food that cannot last, but for food that endures to eternal life. In a sense, Jesus calling on them to get their priorities right, to put most energy into what is ultimately important. And that is our challenge also. We have our different endeavors. We should not look for physical, what the world offers, but we look beyond. Yes, Jesus feed their physical hunger in the wilderness. But more importantly, He wants to feed their spiritual hunger They're longing for true life. The world offers us the physical, but Jesus offered us the Eucharist for our spiritual food. The life that endures forever, eternal life. Jesus is concerned when people are physically hungry, when their basic physical needs are not being met. But He always leads us beyond the level of the physical, the material, to more ultimate realities. Jesus takes seriously the horizon that is not of this world. He wants us to be where He is now. And I'm sure, and that is the purpose why we offer this Mass for Lizelle. Because we look not only for the physical works, but we look the needs of the Spirit. And that is our hope for Lizelle. Our hope for each one of us to dwell in Jesus in heaven. And that's what we need to prepare here and now. Kung wala pa mong nakasugod, sugdan na nato. The church said, pour out words of mercy, so that we have faith and we have works. At the deepest level of our being, we are searching for God. It was our Holy Father Augustine who said that our hearts are restless until they rest in God. He is our ultimate goal, to dwell in Him in heaven. Kung wala pa nasugdan, kami sa alam ito sugdan, we should start now. For us Christians, we are all searching for Jesus in some sense. The Gospel reading invites us to pay attention why we are searching for Him. What are we looking to Him? What do we expect for Him? Perhaps, like the people in Galilee, our expectations are too small. We only look for what are in the Word. Jesus can offer us more than anything else. It's eternal life. A sharing in God's own life. This sharing in God's life begins here and now. For those who turn to Jesus in faith and comes to fullness in life beyond that. Pope Francis, in his Twitter, he said that I quote, "When our nuts are empty in life, it is not the time to feel sorry for ourselves, to have fun, to return old pastimes. It is the time to start again with Jesus, to find courage to begin again, to set out for Him. Like our songs today. Blessed are they who follow the law of the Lord, because no matter how light heart is, there is still contentment and joy to move on and to love to see beyond death. Amen.